Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. The Nevada Commission officially files a complaint against Canelo Alvarez for the 2 failed drug tests. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Also, big shout out to MMAfighting.com, link in the description. They reported that Bob Bennett and the Nevada State Athletic Commission officially filed a complaint against Canelo Alvarez in his doping case. As you guys know, unless you live under a rock, Canelo failed 2 drug tests in February, and he had clenbuterol in his system, which is on the ban list. They're supposed to have a hearing on April 10th. That has now been pushed back to April 18th. Leaves a lot of people questioning, will this fight actually happen, right? And if you read the article, it says it remains unclear if a huge rematch between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin will still happen May 5th, but recent events have certainly hurt its chances. The Nevada State Athletic Commission Executive Director Bob Bennett wrote in a statement Thursday that he has completed his investigation into Alvarez's 2 drug test failures and will file an official complaint against the superstar boxer. Alvarez's disciplinary hearing will be April 18th in Las Vegas, and a planned hearing Friday to extend his temporary suspension was canceled, Bob Bennett said. Wow. So I did a video about it. The MGM basically said if fans request, they can get a full refund for this particular fight, right? Because it's in limbo right now. That's not a good sign. Now, this is not a good sign. Listen, obviously I know cheating is not accepted in boxing, but this is not looking good. Just to put it in layman's terms, now I'm starting to question, because before, if you guys remember, I said in previous video, yeah, we've seen this story. Eric Morales still fought Danny Garcia. Francisco Vargas, he still fought Orlando Salido at the StubHub. So I thought this fight was going to push through May 5th, but I have serious doubts now. If this is true, all this stuff is true, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Mr. Alvarez. I'm just going to say straight up, because you have to look at it. Even if he's training and Golovkin is training for somebody, right? Even if they're training, that's fine and dandy, but this is pushing it close. How, because listen, hey, this fight might not happen. I'm just going to tell y'all, listen, just hear me out. The fight's supposed to be May 5th, right? This is a big fight in which they're charging pay-per-view. HBO has stated they are not promoting this fight until they realize what's going on with Canelo's suspension. Canelo was supposed to have his temporary suspension looked at in a hearing. I think it's a five committee member meeting on April 10th. Now, again, shout out to MMAfighting.com. They were the first that I seen reported. But check the link in the description. They have word or press release from Bob Bennett of the Nevada State Athletic Commission that April 10th initial hearing has been concluded and canceled. And now they're going to have a disciplinary hearing for Canelo Alvarez on April 18th, and they are saying they've concluded their investigation. That's not a good look, because now you're pushing back then the hearing another 8 days, which is a week, a week plus, a week and a day, and all this in the fight's May 5th. I don't know, not looking too good. And again, I was one of the people who were under the impression like, oh, the fight's still gonna happen, and maybe it still does, but either way, this fight is kind of in ruins. It's in shambles right now, because everything is stopped temporarily until this hearing. You get what I'm saying? Everything is stopped. So HBO, are they going to release the face-off not knowing if the fight's going to happen? What would be the point of them airing the face-off they filmed and probably edited if there's no fight? You know what I mean? So everything's kind of in limbo up until April 18th, and we're going to plan for a May 5th fight. Not looking good at all. This definitely is serious, is more serious than I thought. And I'm not saying I didn't take it serious, because I definitely don't like cheating in the sport of boxing. But we've seen this story before, and we've seen it kind of swept under the rug in the past. So I'm like, oh, there's a lot of money in the fight, high profile fight. They ain't gonna do nothing. They might slap him on the wrist or whatever, but the logistics aren't making sense. This is like a $1 million+ fight. Like there's a lot of money, a lot of investment into this particular fight, and you don't have an announced main event. You know what I mean? And then no one can really promote the fight until it's cleared up, and we see, which was supposed to be April 10th. Now it's going to be April 18th when we find out what Nevada State Athletic. This is their state. You know what I'm saying? The Nevada Athletic Commission, Nevada State Athletic Commission. The fight would be happening in their state. So everything's on hiatus and on hold until they make the decision. And for him to push it back, Bob Bennett, who's the executive director, for him to go on record and cancel the April 10th meeting and hearing and push it back another week for a fight that's supposed to happen May 5th. I don't even know how that's going to even work, especially with even, let's say April 18th, they have a hearing. They say, oh, Canelo, you're clear. You're cool to fight. We investigated, couldn't find anything additional, right? Now it's April 18th. You don't find until April 18th, and fans are supposed to come out for that particular main event. HBO, what are they going to just drop the, I don't even know what date the 18th falls on, what day, I guess you could say. So you're going to just start promoting heavy from that and just push everything out. HBO 24/7 and Face Off all on the same day. You know what I mean? It's not a good look at all, people. And this is more serious than I thought. They're taking it serious. And you know what? I am thinking about it now. Before I was like, oh, we've seen smaller fights like Francisco Vargas, Orlando Salido still push through. But the thing I was thinking about is the fact that this is a higher profile athlete and a higher profile fight. They probably want to, they could be using this as a catalyst. You know what I mean? They could be using this as like, we got to show our due diligence, show that we're doing the right thing, because there are so many people with opinions and people paying attention to what we decide to do in this. So it might actually make it worse that it's high profile, because you have other people, like I said, that have failed with the clenbuterol situation, but it kind of went under the radar because they weren't as big as Canelo. Canelo is, people build him as the next Golden Boy or the next Floyd Mayweather, the guy to take over the sport. So that actually hurts him a little bit, just because now that you're in this position of power, it's all eyes on you. Just look at soccer, Cristiano Ronaldo or something. If he failed some kind of drug test, then that would look bad because he's like one of the premier faces in their sport. If LeBron James did that, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Other people have failed. Like I said, Lucas Brown, who just got knocked out by Dillian White, he had clenbuterol in his system also. But the thing is, he's not a big name in the sport of boxing where everyone would know. But people have seen the Mayweather versus Canelo fight, Canelo versus Triple G, Canelo Cotto. So he's certainly a bigger name. So they could be using this particular fight as an example, since everyone's paying attention. You know what I mean? Everyone's paying attention to this particular fight, and they could be like, hey, we're putting our foot down. We're not gonna accept this. So I don't know. Maybe the fight happens, maybe it doesn't. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.